Hello, welcome to another edition of Bold TV from ALEN TV. A lot of things have been going through my mind lately, and sometimes it's usually said that you don't know what you have until you lose it. That saying keeps running through my head lately. And the reason it does is when I think about Nigeria. Nigeria is a country that so many of us hold on to so dearly. You really don't know the beauty of Nigeria until you are not in Nigeria except when you visit. For somebody like me, I've been gone for about 42 years. I only say that because I have to do this recording and I have to be upfront, because that's one of the most uncomfortable things for me to talk about. Because how does somebody stay away from their country for 42 years? And generally, when we talk about it, we have so many critical things to say about Nigeria. Corruption, crime, kidnapping, name it. So many reasons not to want to be part of Nigeria. But as I get older and as I evaluate my whole life and where I am today, I see that a lot of things we're running away from in Nigeria is everywhere. The only difference is that the people who can help fix it are running away from it, including the ones who live there. There is crime in America where I live. There is corruption in America where I live. As a matter of fact, I strongly believe that there is more corruption in America than there is in Nigeria. The only difference is that it's controlled corruption and it's conscientious corruption. And at least every once in a while, not little people, but a very significant person goes to jail, not for 1 week, not for 2 weeks, but for a very long time for corruption. And that one scapegoat straightens everybody else out, because it makes you know each time you make a move that if I'm not careful, what happened to that guy could happen to me. I say all this to say this. What are we running from? And where are we running to? To America? To UK? To Ghana? To South Africa? To Rwanda? I mentioned South Africa, Ghana, and Rwanda because not too long ago, those three places were really not places any Nigerian wanted to be. I left Nigeria in the late 70s, and I know that in the late 70s, going all the way into the 90s, Ghana was not a place to be. Ghanaians who could come to Nigeria felt like if they were going to the United States and to London. And Nigerians, realistically, during those critical years, were not nice to Ghanaians. Today, Nigerians are being kicked out of Ghana because we did not fix our place. In South Africa, they are kicking out Nigerians because we did not fix our place. Less than 30 years ago, there was genocide going on in Rwanda. The same people who were killing themselves in Rwanda less than 30 years ago today have embraced themselves and are working together to build a place that has become probably the most beautiful country in Africa. Why can't we do the same in Nigeria? And before people get upset at me who are so honed into agitation and breaking away with their Oduduwa state and their Biafra and their Delta and their Ijaw and all that stuff. No. I'm not against agitations. People are agitating in Nigeria because the Nigerian government have created an atmosphere that is so unfair that people have no choice but to agitate. But what I'm trying to say is, do we need to agitate for our separate places? Are those separate places going to be better than what exists? Or can we consider making the agitation for a separate place the last resort, but in the meantime give it one final shot to see if we could save this beautiful place that may not seem so beautiful today, just like Ghana did not seem beautiful in the 80s, and Rwanda did not seem beautiful in the 90s, and South Africa did not seem so beautiful in the 70s and 80s, and even the 90s, but today they're more or less havens in Africa. We could build a haven in Nigeria. And the way to build a haven in Nigeria is to start loving ourselves. Igbos and Yorubas and Edos and Efiks and Ijaws and Hausas and even the Fulani, who seems to be the number one villain today. If we all find reasons to like ourselves, if we all find reasons to work together, and if we work together and create jobs and create an atmosphere where people are not scared, where crime is less, where people are working, where everything seems to be working right, the Fulani man is gonna forget the brainwash he has received all these years about what he needs to be in Nigeria to survive. The Igbo man will forget the atrocities that's been committed against him over the last 30, 40 years in Nigeria. Not just the civil war, but all the deprivation that the Igbos have gone through since the end of the civil war. The Yoruba man will forget whatever disagreements Zeke and Awolowo had, and remember whatever agreements he has with Mr. Okonkwo, who he does business with in Ikeja for the last 20 years, and everything is working out. Brothers and sisters, all I'm trying to say is that with the number of years I've spent in America, I don't consider myself a poor person, but I'm definitely not wealthy. I strongly feel that if I spent the last 42 years in Nigeria, in a stable Nigeria, in a progressive Nigeria, I may be doing better. And I know I would have been happier living in a progressive Nigeria than living in another man's country where you're a minority. I don't care how much you achieve, you're a minority here. The people who own the land are always gonna make you feel like you don't belong here. Nobody can tell me that I don't belong in Nigeria. There's not a single place I could go. No, I understand. I may not want to go to Sambisa Forest, and I may not want to go to a lot of places in the north, but that's temporal. If we take time and rebuild trust and reach out across the different parts of our country and make the other person know that You are not a threat to them. We can build a Nigeria where everybody can be happy. A Nigeria where people who live outside can return to and feel safe. And people who live in Lagos can go east and feel safe. And people who live in Benin can go north and feel safe. We can do it. All it takes is for us to take a step back and say, what are we fighting for? What are we getting out of all this fighting? Can't we do better by negotiating? I'll end on this note. And I'm sure what I'm about to say applies to almost everybody I know who lives outside Nigeria, especially the ones who live in the United States or Europe. Whether we know it or not, there's a lot of pressure out here. When you catch a flight going to Nigeria, your blood pressure comes down. When you're in Nigeria, you forget all your problems. When you catch a flight coming back to America, your blood pressure goes up. That's not how to live. Let's do what it takes to find a way to rebuild the place many of us knew as home growing up. The place where our parents taught us how to respect each other. The place where the Hausa man was my friend and my neighbor. The Yoruba man was my friend and my neighbor. The Igbo man was the Yoruba man's friend and his neighbor, and all through the country. Thank you very much. This is just my 2 cents for today, and we'll be working on another episode of ALEN TV, and in the meantime we're working on inviting guests so that we could sit down and have topics that relate to what we're doing and what other people's opinions can be on the matter. Thank you very much, and thanks for watching.